Trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's. That's what they need right there. Force one here. Up to Chin, who throws it down. Minkler, good ball fake, gets to the 10. Count it and the foul. Two buzzer beaters to his credit. Goes down the lane, double pump.
There it is.
Good! Another! Another! And it's a steal by Soden to the rim. He's got the layup and Bedford's got the lead. McGeady drives, Strand open, three-pointer up and in. Wow. And they come up with a steal. O'Connell looking for the flush.
Big guys shoot twos.
Step back, Castro trying to tie the game. Juanena up the sideline, Castic way, double pump. Shot up and in! Up and in! Trying to find Bono. Mike with the steal! Mike is going to run up the court! Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Durham. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for this 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinal between top seed and defending champion Pelham and Co-Brown. The winner take on Hanover in Sunday's championship game down the road at the University of New Hampshire. Co-Brown, the number 4 seed. They are in their road reds. And they're going to track down the tip out of bounds. Then surrender the first possession to Pelham. The Pythons, the number 1 seed. Champions a year ago. They come back and win 17 of their 18 regular season games, including a December matchup with these Co-Brown Bears. And have come in here winners of 14 in a row. Co-Brown at 14-4. Put together 3 straight victories, including 2 in this tournament. Pelham in no hurry here on their opening possession as Co-Brown opens up in a man-to-man defensively. Drive and kick. Hummerdinger for 3. Won't go. This one tipped out of bounds. And back over to Co-Brown. It's a packed house here at Oyster River High School. The Co-Brown fans, they brought their band with them. Their student section is standing to our right.
Love the band.
Dressed in the team colors of red and black. Pelham, they're seated for now, off to our left. This one up and under, won't go. Strong take by Jack Matson, the 6'3 senior center.
Both teams in a man right now to start, Nick. I'd like to see if anybody plays zone. We know Pelham is a good shooting team.
Up and under, and a foul is called as Connor Travis was hit on the wrist and will shoot 2 in an effort to get Pelham on the board.
Early free throws. They got him on the wrist. Though not a bad foul. At least he didn't make the shot, right? You don't want to allow him to make the shot.
Foul's going to go against Connor Bagnell. 6'2 senior picks up his first. Meanwhile, Travis cannot connect. No, standing room only here. As we mentioned, we got fans now sitting in front of us, to the side of us, behind us, Nick, surrounded by basketball junkies.
There's too many people here, Nick. They're surrounding me.
Meanwhile, an 0-for-2 trip for Travis leaves the door open for Co-Brown to take the first lead of the game.
Now, remember, the last game we had a free throw situation that wasn't very good, and Hanover managed to shoot really well in the end to win the game. You got to make free throws.
Short shot won't go for Ryan Kuchukis. And the rebound on the other end is handled by Travis.
And thank you for saying that name first. Now I know how to say it.
Kuchukis defensively able to cut off the dribble penetration. Now it's the point guard, Dom Hemling, trying to bring it back out. Hemmerdinger off the ball screen, nearly lost it, but recovers.
We've seen Dom Hurling put up some points, though, before. He's a scoring point guard.
Drive and dump, and there's the first bucket of the game, and it belongs to the 6'2 senior Connor Travis. A big part of that championship team from a year ago. The Pythons, with 2 minutes gone by, lead 2-0.
Yeah, they're going to be tough to beat. They play well together. They're the defending champions. They know how to win these games.
A travel is called. Quinn Salter.
Let's take a look at the replay.
The senior may have lost his balance a bit on the baseline and commits the game's first turnover.
I didn't see much there. Interesting call, but that's okay.
3 officials tonight, all of them veterans: Pat McCarthy, Peter Driscoll, and Gary Wong. Pelham with a 2-0 lead. Here's Hurling. Got the step and draws a foul on the floor.
I have to keep an eye on the foul situation. Last game, again, a lot of free throws by Hanover. I want to see, fouling early. Are we playing good help defense? Are we reaching? And I do love that Pelham tries to score in the out-of-bounds plays. That's 2, side out-of-bounds and underneath the basket. They actually run plays to score.
Deep 3, a little too deep. The sharpshooter off target, that's Zach James. Cole Brown the other way, but it's in and out of the hands of the intended target. Taken away by Hemmerdinger. Fade away, up and in.
Hemmerdinger can score.
It's the first bucket for the 6'1 senior. It's 4-0 in favor of Pelham. Quick shot the other way. No. Follow, yes.
Wow,
For Jack Batson.
No call on what looked like offensive foul. He was waiting there for him.
Hemmerdinger. No, that's
Hurling. Yeah, Hurling
2.
can shoot.
Third different Python to get his name in the scorer's book. 6'2".
Yeah, it's another guy with an H first name, the H last name. We're going to get him. We're going to mess that up. I'll screw that up a few times.
Meanwhile, there's James McCain. Got a good handle. Going to pull it out. Now pick up the dribble. Hand over to Kuchokis. Kuchokis now wants a one-on-one with Hemmerdinger. Both teams opening up at a man-to-man defensively. Bagnell, fade away, up and in for the lefty.
I love the left-handed jumper off the dribble.
Pretty fade from baseline, extended for the 6'2 senior. It's a 2-point game again as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Hemmerdinger, good fake. Back out for Logan Dumont, puts it on the floor a couple of times. And now swung near side for Travis.
Pelham likes to score points, too. They'll put up some big numbers here.
Good pick and roll. Travis with his second field goal. And Pelham in a rhythm early on offense, leading 8-4.
And still very patient at the same time. They're not really forcing anything. They're letting it come to them. Hurling had a nice open, 17-footer just inside the three-point line.
Kuchukis, count it, and the foul. Well, the junior put it on the deck with the left hand, knocked to the floor in the act, but it didn't matter. Able to bank it home, and now a chance to make this a 1-point game at the free throw line.
Cole Brown with multiple left-handed players, I think. This is interesting. Oh, it's a rare stuck ball.
Yep.
That's hard to stick it from the front like that, Nick. I'm going to be honest. I've never done that before.
We've seen a couple of...
From the front, Nick. From the front.
A couple of awkward pinnings this season.
That's kind of funny. That's stuck from the front. We'd like to see that again. Wizard, I know he showed it. And that's the jump ball, so they get it back.
Yep. Possession arrow favoring Cole Brown. McCain going to pull it out, and now a foul on the catch.
That might be 2 on Hemmerdinger, right? I think that's 2. It is.
Kuchukis hit on the catch.
You don't need that. Hemmerdinger's a scorer. You don't need him to sitting down. He makes things happen. Now Hurley's going to have to take a little bit more onus on some offensive possessions.
So Pelham goes to the bench early. Adrian Villanueva is going to come in. Meanwhile,
Salter.
It's Quinn Salter to the rim. No help defense. Game tied at 8.
None whatsoever. What a difference, though, in the game we saw before with the amount of help defense. I had to keep an eye on that. Communication, talking, help each other out when you get beat to the basket. That's why Hanover is so tough to beat.
Hurling to the rim. Pinwheel shot won't go. And pinching down on the glass is Kuchokis. Cole Brown looking for their first lead here as we're inside of 3 minutes remaining first quarter.
Right now, Cole Brown is relying on physicality, getting to the basket.
Inside, Matson gets it to roll, and the Bears have taken their first lead at 10-8.
They're relying on their size inside and attacking the basket, rebound, get to the basket, get 2-footers, get easy shots.
4 unanswered by the Bears. No, 6 straight. James trying to end that here with a 3, and he will.
Good looking 3 off the dribble.
That's Zach James. He was spectacular during the Pythons tournament run a year ago. that resulted in a championship. He gets his first 3 of the evening tonight. Loose ball picked up by Cole Brown. Kuchokis at the free throw line, cut off. Now it's Bagnell. Crossover dribble, up and under for 2 more.
Beautiful looking shot.
The senior able to pull it off with the left hand.
That's our 3rd left-handed player, I believe, on the team. What is going on out there in Cole Brown Northwood? They pumping the water? It's making everybody left-handed, or are they very artistic?
James leaves it short in the paint. Ball loose, and again, corralled by the Pythons, and now a foul is called against the Bears.
Dumont with a good rebound and a good save on his back. Flicked it to his teammate.
Meanwhile, subs again for Pelham is head coach Joe Morin. Going to bring Dumont off the floor. We get a look at Brady Hegan, 6'1 sophomore, for the first time. Meanwhile, a foul is called.
On the 3, Nick. On the 3.
James is going to shoot 3 free throws. You see
Coach is
Cole
not
Brown,
happy.
head coach David Smith raising his arms in protest.
Let's take a look and see maybe in the replay. Did he get him on the upper regions of his arm? It looked like he got him maybe on the arm. Hard to tell from here. He did fall down, and that always sells it.
So first free throw trip for Zach James. No problem on the first. To tie the game at 12, and now Pelham takes the lead with still 1 more to come.
Rare 3-point shot. Oh, there's a good view of it right there. Nice job, Wizard. I think he got him. I think a little bit of a foul there.
3 for 3. James 6 points early to lead all scorers.
Coaches like to raise their hands in the air. We do that. Raise their hands and go, come on, man. There wasn't a foul.
Meanwhile, spin move by Bagnell across the lane. And there's the finish for Salter.
Nice pass. That was all because of the pass.
14 apiece, final minute, first quarter.
Great pass right from Matson to Salter, the 2 big guys.
James looks for hurling, baseline, leaner, won't go. Trying to keep it alive. And then it's stripped from behind by Bagnell.
Yeah, Hagan had the rebound and then lost it in a turnover.
Kuchukis picks up the dribble. Bagnell helps him out on the wing. Left-hand dribble, bounce pass intercepted in the lane.
Tough one. Love the bounce pass. Good, right idea. Just didn't get there that time, but right idea.
Final 30 seconds, first quarter. James for 3. Too strong from the wing. Rebound taken on the weak side by Matson. And now Cole Brown with a chance for the final shot of the quarter with the game tied at 14.
And Cole Brown has a definitive size advantage inside. They're a little bit sturdier. Got some little bit more height inside, rebounding wise.
Catch and fire 3. Bagnell gets the roll.
Bagnell gets the roll.
Connor Bagnell, and now a foul is called. And it comes with less than a second remaining.
And I believe free throw time. Let's see where we are here.
That is the 5th team foul, so 2 free throws on the way.
That's not a good foul with .6 left in the quarter. Not
it goes
a good foul.
against Jack Batson, his first. And again, 5 team fouls against the Bears. So with .6 remaining, James, who is already 3 for 3, knocks down another.
I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not fouling him. He's a good free throw shooter. He's a good 3-point shooter. I'm not going to foul him.
One of the best shooters, period, in the state of New Hampshire. He's got a...
Whoa,
no, he doesn't.
He did it.
Oh, the follow almost went. But it's not to be for Brady Hegan. A round of applause from both fan bases after 1. Cole Brown with a 2-point lead, 17-15, second quarter next. You're watching the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, there's Pelham head coach Joe Morin, hoping to guide his team to the promised land yet again. Pelham was champions in Division II last season, and after a 17-1 regular season, they earned the top seed in this year's tournament as well, but they trail by 2 as we begin this second quarter here in Durham. Nick Anastas along with Justin Gorham. Open 15-footer is going to fall for Logan Dumont. The 5'11 senior gets his first 2 of the night to tie the game at 17.
Really good ball movement, too, by Pelham. Patience, ball movement. That's how they played so far. But they are taking open shots, be it an open 3, an open 2. They're taking the first open look that they get, which is a good thing.
Cole Brown's fans, they're on their feet. They're chanting defense as Hurling spins in the lane and was stripped by Kuchukis. Just a second Pelham turnover of this first half. Another quick shot. It's off the side iron out of bounds. And the official, Gary Wong, says it's Pelham basketball.
Wong is right. It's going that way.
Minute gone by. Second quarter. This one a rematch from back in mid-December. Just the second game of the season for these two teams. They met in Pelham, and that was a Python victory, a decisive one, 63-51.
Cole Brown doing a good job trying to overplay the pass up top.
James from way downtown won't get that to work. Matson's got his game-high third rebound for Cole Brown. And the Bears are going to slow it down as they look to retake the lead with a minute and a half gone by in this second quarter. Both teams have exclusively been in the man-to-man defensively so far, and it produces a turnover here. Pass up ahead, caught, pump fake, left it short. That's Justin Bolin, back out for James, a good look at a 3, that won't go either. And a rebound for Cole Brown, they look to push. Up ahead, Matson off the glass, and Cole Brown is back out in front. Matson with a team-high 6 points here early.
Got to make those 2-footers when you get them after the pump fake.
So 19-17. It's been tight throughout. Largest lead either way was Pelham by 4 early. Matson with the steal as it goes off the hands of Bolin. Back-to-back turnovers for the Pythons. Meanwhile, here's Bagnell. Leaves it for Matson. First touch here from Matt Flanagan, who just checked in, the junior. Flanagan going to pull the trigger, won't go from 12. Offensive rebound, though, for Matson. And now a whistle and I believe a kickball.
The kickball, Nick.
That's your favorite call.
It is, because I'm never too sure if it's actually a kickball or it's an unintentional, intentional. That's why the Wizard usually will replay that. We can get a look at it just to see if it is an actual kick.
Well, asking you shall receive as we see.
No, that just looked like he threw it off the foot. Not a kick.
3 minutes in, second quarter.
Has to be an actual kick attempt.
Matson spins right. Can't get the roll. Offensive rebound. Kuchokas too strong. Ball ends up out of bounds, but will stay here.
Kuchokas, good offensive rebound after the miss. They're tough inside. Cole Brown's tough inside. They got some strength, some size, and no fear. See if they get a good out-of-bounds play. Look at the shot in the corner. Look for a screen maybe coming up the top of the key. Oh, they didn't finish it, but that's okay.
Matson down low. Avoids the double team with a spin move, and he cashes in off the window. Well, he's got 8 now to go with 4 boards. His team has opened up their largest lead at 21-17.
He's got all, 2-footers around the basket. Easy looks. He's putting them in. Pelham looks a little bit, got away with the travel that time. Looks a little bit disgruntled, not disgruntled, but on offense a little lost. Good save.
There's a cure for any ill. You go inside, and Dom Hurling delivers with the right hand. He's got 4 here early. Cuts the lead in half with that bucket. It's a 2-point game as we at the midway point second quarter.
We've seen Hurling before kind of bide his time and wait and then come to life in the second half and drop 15 or 20.
Left-hand hook for Salter. Left it short. And it's Dumont able to keep it in bounds for his team. So Pelham a chance to tie or maybe take the lead here. Rejected.
Good block.
Pretty good up and under by Villanueva, but a better block.
Yeah, you're
as
going
we
up
get another
against,
look at that defensive effort.
You're going up against some pretty sizable players on the inside. He looks like he's about 5'7". That's a tough shot to make.
Flanagan from behind, able to swat that with the left hand. Pythons reset. Dumont given room. Now it's James, the dangerous senior. Hurling up top. Patient trip here for Pelham.
Hemmerdinger's got to be careful as well. He has 2 fouls here now in the game.
Picked up
in the
2 in the
first
opening minutes. And now a foul here as Travis goes flying.
Yeah, a little bit of a bump. You got him. A little hip check, right? Hockey hip check.
Cole Brown student section. Not happy.
I don't think they're going to be happy with anything except a basket or a good play, right? Not hearing much from the Pelham student section yet.
No.
Not even too sure there is a student section from Pelham yet.
The early crowd advantage has belonged to Cole Brown.
Oh, yeah, definitive student section.
Coming up with 3 minutes remaining, second quarter.
Maybe some adults still in the student section going, yeah, I'm still in high school. I think I am. Oh, there it is. The feet, baby. It's all about the feet.
Travel is called against Hemmerdinger.
Got to watch the feet.
4th Pelham turnover, 4 giveaways each way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's even that way. Free throw wise, we're looking at a disparity here. Pelham has quite a few more. Cole Brown's only shot 1 free throw thus far.
Meanwhile, Hemmerdinger and Dumont are going to sit as Coach Morin shuffles the cards.
It's a good idea taking Hemmerdinger out just in case. You don't want him to pick up his 3rd foul.
He's going to bring back Hegan along with Villanueva after they both sat very briefly. Coach Morin directing the defense at the bottom of the bench. Cole Brown, meanwhile, they stay patient. They get the 2-footer they wanted, but Kuchokas couldn't finish the deal. Now it's Hurling into the lane. Goes up off the glass and the foul.
Strong move by Hurling.
Now Dom Hurling ran the show last year as a junior all the way to the championship. And so far here tonight, he's got 6 points with a chance for 1 more with the game tied at 21.
Yeah, he can run the show and he can score.
Hits the free throw. And suddenly 5 unanswered from Pelham has the Pythons back in front.
Yeah, good defensive battle right now, 22-21, low-scoring game for the most part.
Inside, Salter is fouled. Strong take on the low block, and the right-hander
That's
going to head to the free throw line for the first time.
Their bread and butter has been on the block, getting layups, 2-footers for the big fellas, and they attack the basket. So you get Salter and Matson both, who look like, they're about the same size. They're doing a nice job inside the paint.
Hegan with the foul, his first, team's first. Free throw rattles in and out. More subs as Coach Morin continuing to rotate players. Villanueva will sit. And back on despite the 2 fouls is Hemmerdinger. 1 for 2 trip for Salter. He's got 5 in this first half. The game is tied at 22. Hurling, explosive move.
I'm talking
and
about
right-hand finish.
Going to have to be aggressive offensively, keep his team in the game, right? Keep attacking offensively. Get yourself to the free throw line. You see a lane, take it, go.
2 minutes remaining, first half. Drive and kick, three-pointer for the left-hander Bruce LaPierre won't go. And Hurling emerges from a crowd. Hurling, pull-up, 14-footer is short. And the other way comes Kuchokis. Kuchokis, drive and dump, up and under, it's Salter.
There it is again, inside.
Salter with 7. And again, we're even at 24.
You got 14, 16 points. 18 of their points have been in the paint.
Now the Bears chanting defense, their crowd. Standing, dressed in red.
Oh,
nice pass and nice finish by Travis.
I got excited. That was my fault. Got way too excited on that pass.
Travis with 6 here early. And a foul from behind is going to come against the Pythons.
And right now, this quarter, Nick, we got 2 fouls on each side. With 1:05 left, we're probably not going to get to this free throws or the bonus situation at all this quarter.
This 3-man crew has let them play, so to speak, in this first half.
Yeah, I think the last game they've let them play in this game too. They've also let them bang around inside a little bit. Haven't called all those touch fouls.
Three-pointer, up and in. Second from downtown for Connor Bagnell. He's the first either way to double figures now with 10 points. Coe-Brown by a point, 27-26.
I like Bagnell. Good shooter, attacks the basket well.
Here's a teardrop.
Hegan.
It's Hegan with his first points. The sophomore, fearless on that take.
Got a couple rebounds too early.
We continue to seesaw here at 28-27 Pelham.
Hopefully Coe-Brown will take the last shot. Yeah, they got to run a little offense. Move the ball around, hopefully. Take the shot, gets to 10 seconds. Young people, when it gets to 10, you attack. And you get a good shot.
Got a foul here against Hurling. It's a reach in, and that is his second.
Yep. You got one more foul to give, which you can do. You just don't want it to be Hurling. Yep, that's a good idea. Take him out. Villanueva can actually foul. No problem there. Get down to about 8 seconds, 5 seconds, commit a foul up high. Just don't do it when they're shooting.
Just inside of 12 seconds remaining. Salter.
Now here's where you might want to foul, right there. Just foul there.
Down to 5 seconds. Kuchokis up and under. Tough shot on the fade. Won't go. Dumont the rebound, and that will do it for the first half here in Durham. A seesaw battle. Neither team took a larger lead than 4. And it ends up a 1-point difference at the break with top seed Pelham leading Coe-Brown 28-27 here in this semifinal.
Very close half. 2 different types of teams. One team will have no hesitation taking threes and 15-footers, 17-footers, more of an outside game, cutting. Coe-Brown, on the other hand, would rather see things inside, 2-footers, easy baskets, get it to your big guys, offensive rebound, go up, score easy baskets inside.
Coming up in just a moment, stats, highlights, analysis, a recap of the Hanover-Pembroke battle from earlier, and much more on the way on the other side. Halftime here in Durham. It's a 1-point game. Pelham, the 28-27 lead over Coe-Brown. You are watching the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school varsity and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Oh, it's halftime here in Durham, but we have a 1-point game.
Yeah,
Nick
we
Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinals here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We're broadcasting in conjunction, of course, with the NHIAA and the NFHS network. I want to talk about a back and forth first half. Plenty of lead changes. Neither team took a big lead. It was only a 4-point gap, the largest either way. Pelham, the defending champs, looking for their 15th straight win, but they're going to have to earn it tonight against this number 4 seed because Cole Brown has come to play.
I agree. It feels like it's going to be one of those games that comes down to the wire, tight. I mean, it could be a game of who makes the free throws at the end. We're seeing teams with, 5 for 8 for Pelham, 1 for 3 for Cole Brown. But yet Cole Brown's baskets, like you and I talked in between, they're all inside in the paint for the most part, other than Bagnell's got a couple threes, right? They're attacking the basket. They're using their big guys inside just to get easy 2-footers, whereas Pelham happier with taking maybe 15-footers, 17-footers, a couple layups here and there, but more jump shots and more attacks where they're getting fouled and shooting free throws. So turnovers are tied. That's not an issue at this point. It's like 0-0. But it's timely turnovers, right? And Hurling's played well. James, who probably is their leading scorer, I would imagine, he only has 7. So let's see if they get him going. And Hurling keeps going. And the game could be a little bit different for Cole Brown. I don't know what happened, defensively, if they make any adjustments in the second half. I'd like to see if maybe a team decides to play zone just to see if anything different, or press. We haven't had any presses or zones or anything.
We really didn't see much in terms of a deviation from that core defense of man-to-man, half-court, kind of old-school approach that both these coaches have employed with their teams. So any switch would be a bona fide half-time adjustment. So we'll keep an eye on that in the second half. Some of the individual numbers from the first half. One player in double figures. That's Cole Brown's Connor Bagnell. The senior did knock down 2 3-pointers, as you mentioned. Had plenty of help from Jack Batson, working on a double-double with 8 points and 4 rebounds. Quinn Slater chipped in with 7 as well. On the Pelham side, a team-high 9 points for the senior point guard, Dom Hurling. Zach James, the squad's leading scorer from the regular season, scored all 7 of his points in the first quarter, with 4 of those coming at the free throw line. So here we go. Cole Brown with the basketball as the team switch ends, and Dom Hurling jumps in the passing lane and knocks the pass out of bounds.
And again, still in a man. I just want to see if they do anything different, too, on offense. Offensively, do they Are we going to maybe a little bit more screening down? Oh, look, they're going to continue to go inside. So inside screen for the paint, for the post.
Pelham opens up in a man-to-man.
Yeah, they're content just swinging the ball back and forth, looking inside for their big guys, posting up like that.
Inside, it's Salter, one-on-one on the block. A ball fake, a scoop pass under the rim. Matson goes up, left it underneath the iron, but he's helped out by Slater, who pulls in his third rebound. Now it's Bagnell across the lane, up and under for the point guard McCain, but he left it short. The rebound belongs to Dumont, his fourth, and Pelham, they get the stop they wanted with their 1-point lead still intact. They'll come into the front court for the first time in this third quarter.
Yeah, they missed a couple easy ones inside. Tough shots. Got to make those 2-footers when you get them if you can.
Hemmerdinger draws a foul. It's a reach in against McCain. And you can see the junior lets out a frustration yell after committing, I believe, his second foul.
Yeah, you got to make sure you don't reach. Move your feet. Stay in front.
Coach Morin trying to guide the offense with his arms crossed on the Pelham sideline.
Let's see, they had one really good screen inside.
Erling, power move, can't get it. Offensive rebound, Dumont. Back out, Hemmerdinger, three-pointer. Line drive, miss. Offensive rebound, Travis. Down the lane, it's James, count it. Woo! And the foul. Well, the Pythons crashing the offensive glass, and it pays off there.
Yeah, a couple good offensive rebounds. Tough shot by Hurling early.
James converts. He's now 5 of 6 at the free throw line. The three-point play gives his club a 4-point lead, and that leads to an early timeout here from Coach Smith.
Quick timeout.
As the Bears look to talk it over with a minute and a half gone by in this third quarter.
Yeah, quick timeout. I mean, you want to make sure you remind your kids to box out. Nobody box out anymore anyway. It's kind of one of those things where you go, yeah, it's a box out. You work on, box out drills. People still want to maintain that they can rely on their athleticism to get a rebound as opposed to putting a body on somebody and push them away. But Pelham is very athletic. They're quick. Cole Brown's a little bit bigger, but you still got to put a body on them so that you can get a rebound.
So it's a 4-point game again, and that matches the largest lead from the first half for either team. There you get a look at the Cole Brown marching band. They got in here early. They got situated.
Yeah, a lot of drums, Nick. That's a lot of drums.
And they have really elevated the atmosphere, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree 100%. We haven't had any. We've had one band, I think, other than these guys this year, and it just makes the atmosphere feel like a really true traditional high school game.
Fade away. It's a tough one from the corner for Bagnell. Offensive rebound on the weak side. Bagnell a second try, left it short. Another offensive board for Matson. Count it. And the foul. Well, Matson now in double figures. 10 points and a chance for one more. The 6'3 junior heading to the free throw line for the first time.
Yeah, that's just continual. Again, offensive rebound now on that side, right? We just talked about boxing out. Same thing. Both teams got to put a body on them. Now
so Matson has got the 3-point play, and we got a 2-point game. Although I believe it's 31-30.
I think you're right. You made both. Yeah, it was a 4-point game a minute ago. I think we're having a scoring issue. When you said that, I was like, wait, I think it's 1-point game.
Yeah. Yep, they just corrected it. So 31-30 is the score with just over 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Pelham, meanwhile, trying to settle in. Here's James along the baseline. Hemmerdinger in the corner. Tries to go middle. Nice no-look.
No-look pass.
And there's Travis on the other end for 2 more.
Good no-look pass. Wide open on the backdoor cut inside. Waiting. He was just waiting for the pass after the cut.
Pelham by 3, 33-30. Nearly 3 minutes gone by third quarter. Bagnell stepped through, left it short. Tipped out of bounds, last touch by the defender.
Yeah, Bagnell wanted a whack in the forehead, I think. I didn't see that, but well, we have
Meanwhile, Coach Smith wants a new inbounder here. He's going to have Kuchokis throw it in. Something in mind here on the out of bounds. Bagnell into the lane, up and under, left it short again. And there's Hurling on the glass with a strong two-hand rebound.
Yeah, he's been short the last 3 shots he's been short.
Kept his team in the game in that first half with 10 points, but can't find the touch here early in the third quarter.
When you find yourself shooting the ball short, you got to aim for the back of the rim.
Hurling, stripped. Matson at full speed to the rim. Well, a rare Pelham turnover, just 4 giveaways in that first half, but that one really leads directly to 2 points for Cole Brown. And now a 1-point lead on the board for Pelham. Trying to extend that with a Hurling jump shot. It rattles in and out, but it's last touch by McCain, and Pelham will have another shot here.
Yeah, and the tip by Travis had a hand on it, and then McCain kind of tipped it out of bounds.
Coming up on the midway point already of this fast-moving third quarter. James into the lane, draws a foul.
Ooh, didn't see much unless that was away from the ball, maybe?
Got the defender in the air.
I didn't see that on the... Let's check and take a look here. He drives to the basket. Good fake. Show me where that foul was.
A little bit of contact by McCain, who picks up his third. Meanwhile, here's James, a twirling shot. Keeps it alive, though, and there's Hemmerdinger. And now an offensive foul. I think it's a moving screen against Pelham.
Oh, that on Hurling.
Was it?
After the pass, let's see,
Yep.
he slides in. Well, I don't know about that either. He kind of was there. It looked like he was there to me. He made the pass, and he got there and stopped.
It's big. Picked up 2 in the final minute before halftime. Gets his third here at the midway point third quarter.
Well, sometimes it looks like a moving screen, but because the defensive player kind of gets hit hard, that's just because your offensive player is not communicating.
Kajukas can't get it. Follow up by Salter is going to lead to free throws.
Good offensive rebound again. Free throw time.
So Quinn Salter working on a double-double here. 7 points, 5 rebounds for the 6'3 senior. And the right-hander's got the free throw. His first point since halftime ties the game at 33.
Yeah, this game right now, offensive rebounding is a huge part of this game. Both teams, offensive rebounding.
And that one around the rim and out. Talk about a tough roll. Pelham for 3. No, Hemmerdinger, yes.
Oh, what a pass, Hemmerdinger.
So Hemmerdinger
Deegan with a great pass.
had some foul trouble in that first half. Doubles his point total with that bucket from 2 to 4. And the lead is 2 again for the Pythons. The defending champs looking for a stop here. And while the point guard McCain is in trouble, and he's bailed out by Coach Smith, who calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout here for Cole Brown with just over 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
Seems like both teams are having a little trouble getting into their offense. A little too much dribbling, right? So you dribble yourself into trouble. All of a sudden there, he dribbles into trouble, picks up his dribble. I got to call a timeout. Same thing at Pelham's side. Offensively, a little too much dribbling, and then they find themselves having to start over again. It's like not a lot of screening right now, not a lot of, cutting. Cole Brown relies on that screen, big man to big man, block to block a lot. So you dribble baseline, you screen, but if they don't screen, you pick up the dribble. What do you got? You got to try timeout or try and find an open teammate. But a lot of people are standing and watching. You got to keep moving. Everybody has to move.
Now, speaking of standing and watching, that Cole Brown student section has been on their feet the entire way. You can see them dressed in red. The band is tucked away in the corner. It's been a fun atmosphere here in Game 2 of the semifinal doubleheader. Earlier today, it was Hanover topping Pembroke by a final of 49-43. Meanwhile, as play resumes, it's Connor Bagnell. Gets back to work with his first deuce of this third quarter. We're tied again. Meanwhile, James for 3, left it short. Ball tipped in the lane and eventually secured by Kuchukis.
Kuchukis again.
His 4th rebound.
Bagnell taking advantage of some size in there. Got Villanueva on him, smaller man.
This one turned over, just went off the fingertips out of bounds of Bagnell. Both teams with only 4 turnovers apiece in that first half, and I believe only 1 each here in this third quarter.
Yeah, that's what I have. Very clean so far. Offensively, they just look a little like they're not quite in a good groove.
Hemmerdinger up and under, left it short, but a foul is called. As he was hit on the elbow, will shoot 2. Chance to put Pelham back in front with 2:22 to go. Meanwhile, Coach Morin getting ready to bring a reserve back onto the floor. Adrian Villanueva is over there at the scorer's table. He played some pretty good defense in that first half. He's going to replace Hurling here. And also Coach Smith goes back to the Pine as we see the return of Matt Flanagan, who had a highlight-style rejection defensively in that second quarter.
Yeah, it looks like Cole Brown plays 7, and Pelham has pretty much been playing 8.
Hemmerdinger goes 2 for 2. 4 of his 6 have come in this third quarter. 37-35. Cole Brown looking to tie the game inside. It's Salter.
There he is again. Size wins. Size would win.
He's in double figures with 11. Inside of 2 minutes, 37 apiece. Here's James. Seen a lot of defensive attention today. He's forced to give it up again. Hemmerdinger in the lane, poked loose and stolen. Long outlet, though, is given right back to Pelham as Hegan steps in front. Now James pulls up for 3. He's going to flash the 3 fingers. Second field goal of this third quarter. 13 points. He's now the game's high scorer, and the lead is pushed back to 3.
He's a confident shooter. He has no problem putting it up.
Meanwhile, Bagnell trying to shake off Villanueva. Now it's McCain. He's cut off. Approaching the final minute, third quarter. Bagnell to the baseline, rises and scores.
That's a good-looking shot. You know what? He's like, all of a sudden he was short on a couple. He's maybe aiming longer. Shot's going in.
He's got 14 now and is the new high scorer. Meanwhile, foul is called. Longtime veteran official Pat McCarthy is going to call a hand check here. And I believe that is team foul number 5 against Cole Brown. So we do have free throws on the way here with less than a minute to go in this third quarter. As Pelham's sophomore Brady Hegan is going to step to the free throw line.
Well, very fortuitous foul for Pelham here at the end. Chance to take a, what are we looking at there, a 3-point lead?
If he can get both.
Oh, I did it. I jinxed it.
But you jinxed him as he goes off the back iron. One more to come. Meanwhile, the foul was called on Quinn Salter, and that is his third. Something to watch. Something Coach Smith certainly is aware of.
Yeah, you need both of those big fellas in there at the same time.
Hegan 0 for 2. Rebound pulled down by Bagnell. Cole Brown looking for the lead here. Final 45 seconds. McQuaid for 3. Won't get it. Offensive rebound. Up and in for Matson.
There he is again. Offensive rebound number 4.
Matson. Now it's 7 of his 15 in this third quarter. Cole Brown by a point. Final 30 seconds. Coach Morin looking for ball movement here with his hands on his hips. He doesn't like this. It's a turnover as James's pass sails into the front row.
You don't want to keep Hurling out too long. If he's in foul trouble, I get it. How many fouls did Hurling have? Do we know how many fouls? 3. So that's a good idea, keeping him out now. But, yeah, you got to get him back in. You don't want to turn the ball over. He needs to be in there running the show.
All right, final 15 seconds. Cole Brown with a 1-point lead and the basketball. McCain going to pull it out. Down to 5 seconds. McCain gives up the dribble. Inside, it's Matson to his left. A travel is called.
Good call.
A little bit of a shuffle on the catch. That'll leave Pelham with 0.5 remaining, half a second on the clock.
Going to be tough. You're going to have to throw. If you want to even try and score, you got to throw a lob to the basket pretty much and catch it. I.e., like the women's game the other day I watched.
This one is
Catching
deep.
the lob.
Hurling.
Right
Denied.
idea.
A good defensive play by Matt Flanagan. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. We've got a 1-point game. Cole Brown looking to advance to the championship round with an upset here in the semis. Top seed and defending champion Pelham will look to tear it away in the fourth quarter. We got drama on the way. You are watching the 2024 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division II Semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, Justin, you and I have been waiting for a game like this.
Yeah, we have.
It's been tight throughout. Neither team is led by more than 4 points, and it's a 1-point difference as we begin this fourth quarter. A trip to Sunday's championship game is on the line. Meanwhile, Pelham is going to get called for a moving screen here on the first possession of the fourth quarter. As you see
He was trying to get out of the way, I think.
See the foul there. It was Dumont, who wasn't quite set, so he's hit with his first.
I think he screened, and then he caught the ball and he tried to leave, and I think he called a moving screen after he left.
Here's a steal by Dumont. Up ahead, Hemmerdinger, pump fake, and finish.
He made up for it with a steal.
Hemmerdinger with 6 of his 8 in this second half. Pelham by 1. As we continue to seesaw here, Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham. And the rest of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire family, we're broadcasting in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Three-pointer off target, Hemmerdinger the rebound, and the Pelham fans voice their opinion. Pythons 17-1 during the regular season. They won the championship last year as well. And they'll get 2 here from their point guard, Dom Hurling. Puts himself in double figures with that banker. He now has 11, and the lead is 3 at 44-41. Coach Smith has seen enough. Cole Brown is going to call a timeout. The Pythons score the first 4 points of this fourth quarter and wrestle the lead back out in front now, 44-41.
It just feels like easy baskets are tough to get. The 2 big guys for Cole Brown are getting easy baskets, 2-footers. Pelham is working a little bit harder, taking tougher shots. The majority of the Cole Brown players, other than the 2 big guys, Bagnell's played well. But the other guys, they got to get a little bit more offense from some other guys. Whereas Pelham has a little bit more balance, right, and experience. How's that going to play out for this last, what do we got, 6 minutes left, 6.5? How's that going to factor in experience, former champion? It's tough to knock off the champion. It really is. And they're good. It's not like they're the champion who came back and they're just average. Number 1 ranked team in the whole thing.
17-1 during the regular season. Their last loss was January 5th, a 1-point defeat against Pembroke. And of course, they come in here winners of 14 straight. That includes the latest quarterfinal win over Sanborn, 68-49. Co-Brown, 14-4 during the regular season. They draw something up here, and they execute it to perfection as Salter gets 2 more.
Wide open, easy 2-footer, simple pump fake, and then you get a 2-footer to go in, easy basket.
The winner, of course, will take on Hanover on Sunday in the state championship game. Earlier today was the Hanover Bears with a 49-43 win over Pembroke. Tough fadeaway for Hurling. Won't go. McCain up the other way. Bounce pass leads to Salter. A couple of up fakes and a finish. And now a timeout is called by Coach Morin.
Those are too easy, Nick. Those baskets are simply too easy. One right after another. Catch it, pump fake, layup, right? 2-footer, easy. Easy baskets.
Well, they made it look easy for sure. Tic-tac-toe, they go the length of the floor and they score in transition off the miss. And all of a sudden, the momentum is swung back to the Bears. Salter has looked good.
There's a lot of watching, though, Nick. You got to watch Pelham, a lot of watching on defense. Look at the defense on the replay. One player jumps up, everybody else is standing and watching. Himmerdinger's boxing out his own player, which is, you don't know what that's all about.
I actually did that last night in the men's league game.
It happens. I get it.
It does happen. Meanwhile,
but watching, you can't watch.
How about Salter? 7 points in each half now. And he's, along with Connor Bagnell, led the way.
And Matson as well. Like those.
And Matson,
those
yeah,
three
you're
guys,
right.
Like they have the same or very similar numbers.
15, 14, and 14. Matson has the 15. Meanwhile, it's Hummerdinger who is called for a travel.
Oh, that looked like Nick, that was the Euro. That was the Euro that I always used to call traveling, but if you look at it again, he carried the ball. That's a Euro, that's right. Did he travel? Yeah, you're probably right. It's hard to tell with the Euro. I can't figure it out.
2 minutes gone by, fourth quarter. Bagnell looking for 2 more in the lane, won't get it, and James now coming the other way for Pelham. Pythons down 1. Pelham looking for the lead again, and they'll get it. It's Connor Travis.
Good rebound. That's another offensive rebound. Again, a lot of guys, other than the person rebounding, are standing around watching. You got
Travis now in double figures with 10. And now another timeout. Called here by Co-Brown, forced by the Pelham defense.
I wonder how many timeouts they have left.
They've used 2 here in the second half.
Yeah, they've called quite a few. They might be down to 1 timeout left. Well, I don't like the watching. The watching bothers me when you're playing defense and you're watching one of your teammates jump up and down and rebound. Everybody stands around and watch. It should be 5 guys trying to rebound a basketball, especially on the defensive end. 5 guys rebounding and trying to go down the other way. No watching.
I'm sure that's being addressed in the huddle. Both of these head coaches have been at it for a long time. Dave Smith on the Co-Brown sideline, of course. Joe Morin Sr. led this same group to the championship last year.
And Coach Smith is the father of Coach Smith at John Stark High School.
There you go. Bit of a family affair. Co-Brown, they haven't been to the D2 finals since 2003. So it's been a while for the Bears. Pelham, of course, they were 57-54 winners over Pembroke in last year's championship. 46-45. This one has been tight throughout. Meanwhile, McCain had it poked loose from behind. It'll stay with Co-Brown.
And Pelham right now clinging to a 1-point lead. They're not used to having games necessarily this close. They win games by a lot. This year they've blown people out.
They haven't lost in over 2 months.
Yeah, they haven't had many close games. It's a good situation sometimes to be in, but not in the semifinals.
Offensive foul, a moving screen. They've looked for that, and they hit Matson with one here.
They've been looking for that quite a bit tonight. We've seen more illegal screen calls tonight than we have in quite a while.
That's his second, and now 1 team foul each way in this fourth quarter. Coach Smith not happy.
Well, that was, if he saw that in the replay, he'd see that was a foul. Well, but again, coaches are never happy. That's how it is. We just aren't happy.
Python's going to take their time here. Hurling. Looking to go at Bagnell. Goes backdoor to Scott. Is rejected. But then it's finished by Hurling.
Good rebound. See, he stayed with it. Even though his teammate missed it, he stayed with it.
13 now for Hurling. 3-point edge for the Pythons. And now it's the Pelham fans coming to life, chanting defense. McCain trying to get in the lane. Wraparound pass. It's Salter in the low post. Looking for help. Going to pull it back out to the wing for McCain.
Time to pull it out. Start over again with your offense.
Yeah, it's back now. Looks at the clock here. We're approaching the midway point, fourth quarter.
You probably could have called another illegal screen on that last one up top.
McCain along the baseline, nearly lost his balance. Bagnell in the corner. Long, patient trip here for the Bears. What kind of defense are we looking at here?
Well, they're playing man, but they're just helping and switching all over the place.
Almost looked like a matchup.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a matchup zone, but they're playing man. They're just doing a lot of switching up top.
Bagnell down the lane. Look out, offensive foul.
Great help defense. He was waiting for him.
That was Hurling able to slip in and draw the charge. So Bagnell is hit with his third.
That was a hard charge.
And now Pelham a chance for their largest lead of the night.
That might have been the game-changing defensive play right there. That could be.
Give and go. Wrap around. Ready to fire is Dumont, but he can't connect from the baseline. Hemmerdinger trying to keep it alive. And he's the last to touch it. Cole Brown will have it.
Bodies everywhere, Nick. Bodies everywhere.
It's been intense. As expected here in this semifinal, only one ticket to Sunday's championship. And it, of course, goes to the winner. They'll take on Hanover at UNH. Meanwhile, inside, it's Quinn Salter. 17 now for the 6'3 senior. 1 point game again as we hit 3 minutes. James picked up on the switch by Salter, and a foul is called. A hand check here on the baseline.
Got to make sure Salter doesn't get in foul trouble. They need him in there. They need both of their big men in there.
That's number 4.
That's trouble. He can't go out and reach. He's got to stay home, help out underneath the basket, rebound. Don't go out and foul.
Third team foul against Cole Brown as well. James off the screen for 3.
Good out of bounds play. Got him wide open. They run that a few times.
His third from downtown. The lead is 4. Meanwhile, the Bears fans upset there wasn't a foul there.
Yeah, that looked like hands on the ball.
2.5 to go. McCain head down in the lane, lost the basketball, recovers, goes up, and scores on the fadeaway.
Yeah, that's his first basket, Nick.
McCain with his first bucket, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Cole Brown. They're back within 2 as we head towards the 2-minute mark, fourth quarter. And again, it's the Bears student section leading the chant of defense from the crowd.
Shaking our table around, Nick. Oh, wow, almost a turnover.
The defender had his head turned. It's fortunate for James, who catches the pass and now gives it up. Coach Mooring going to call a timeout here with $1:50 remaining.
See, now's where you want to run your offense and not worry about taking bad. Like, they don't need to take a 3. You need a layup right now. Don't force anything. A layup or get fouled. They're going to have to foul you if you hold the ball and just move it around. They're going to have to foul you. They got 2 fouls, 1 foul to give, right? So you have to foul, put them at the free throw line, unless they can get a steal.
There's another look at that James 3. It's been so good for them all year. He was spectacular in last year's championship run, and he comes through big time in the fourth quarter.
They run that out of bounds play, too, 3 or 4 times. They haven't got, or that was the best double screen they've gotten so far, and it ends up being wide open. So
he's got 16 points, 9 of those in the second half. Coming up after the game, stats, highlights, analysis, live interview with the winning head coach as well, if we can work that in. 51-49 Pelham. Cole Brown looking to get to the championship round for the first time in over 20 years.
Where are those Python fans?
Well, we've heard them a little more in this second half, but I'd say the crowd war has favored Cole Brown.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Final minute 45. Got a little bit of a weave here out of the timeout for Pelham.
Yeah, you keep the ball up top. The dangerous pass. Got to be careful. Just keep the ball up top. Don't force anything. Get it down to under a minute. They're going to have to foul. Looks like that's what they're kind of doing. They're going to wait, be patient, take a good shot, a layup, or wait for the foul.
But Salter defensively has got to be careful with 4.
He get his 5th. He
almost got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah,
instead, we
did.
play on. We're down to a minute 15. Already a lengthy possession here for Pelham.
Yeah, we're at 113.
Hurling.
Content to hold the ball, just kind of move it around up top, continue that dribble handoff. Oh, tough. They got to be careful. It's only a 2-point game.
Hemmerdinger keeps the dribble alive. We're inside of a minute.
Now you have to foul. You're going to have to either try and double team, trap, do something different.
Hurling, trying to shake off Kachokis. Going to maintain the dribble and now come to the other side of the floor. And he gets a timeout from Coach Morin with 40 seconds remaining. So they are able to kill off over a minute on the possession.
Well, I think that's a good thing to do. If you have guys that are good ball handlers, you can do it. Do it. Problem is, on that last possession there, the very last one where he dribbled to go over and call timeout, stay out of the corner. The one place you don't want to be is below the free throw line in the corner because they're going to try and trap. But now you have to either, if you're Cole Brown, you have to decide. I'd foul now so you get at least 4 fouls. And then maybe on the 5th foul where you want to put him at the free throw line, just attempt to trap. Try and get a steal, trap, do something different. You know, if you have a half-court trap or a man situation where you can force him one way, turn him, and get a trap that way and get a steal or a foul. You have to do something to try and get the ball back.
They got 3 team fouls, so 1 to give.
You got to give it quick. I give it quick. Go for the steal, though. Swing up, right? Swing up, not down. Right there. Go for the steal.
Hurling going to attack the basket instead. And they're going to wave it off. He got it to go off the glass, but they say no, the foul came on the floor first.
That was very close because he was going to count the basket. He did. Initially, like he looked like he swung his hand down like it counts. It's on the floor.
Yeah. You see there, Bagnell was trying to give it.
That's your 1 foul, though, to give. You got to be able to.
And now Bagnell with 4. Bagnell with the steal. Able to tip the inbound and steal it. And now with 30 seconds remaining, here comes Cole Brown. This one tipped out of bounds. And we'll stay.
We're staying with red. I believe
it'll
we're
stay
staying
with
here.
Cole Brown, yes, despite the plea of the defender Hurling.
Fans were being blocked here.
And now a timeout. Yes, fans on their feet forcing us to stand up as well. Coach Smith going to talk it over.
Yeah, Nick and I now have to be on our feet here. We're like the ABC Monday or the Fox broadcast football where we're on our feet the entire time.
Get another look at that play. It appeared like Pelham had a pretty good case.
Here's a good view. Let's see. That looked like Bagnell just threw it out of bounds, didn't it?
You see the reaction there from both Dumont and Hurling.
That was close.
That's been a fun one, as you can tell. Neither team is led by more than 4 points. We've had several lead changes, several impressive individual performances from both squads.
That ball belongs to Pelham.
And we are set for what should be a fantastic final 30 seconds here in regulation.
Yep.
Of course, the winner goes on to Sunday's state championship game, where they will face Hanover.
This is where you want to try and go inside to your 2 big guys. They have been bread and butter the entire game. Good screen inside, get a post-up move, throw it inside, give them the 2-footer.
Bagnell will inbound out of the corner. Pelham in a man-to-man. 28 seconds remaining. And it comes to McCain. He nearly lost it, but he recovers. And now it's back out. Kuchukis into the paint. Near side McCain. And we are down now to 15 seconds. Bagnell, wraparound pass. Underneath Salter, the hook shot. In and out. Ball tipped out of bounds and will stay here with 10 seconds remaining.
Wow. We got another look. I think that might be Pelham ball again.
May have been last touch by Dumont.
Here
That's what the officials say. Either way, here we go. Salter, Kuchukis, down to 7. Kuchukis to step, the banker. And the foul.
Oh, wow.
The game is tied. 51 apiece with less than 5 seconds remaining.
You're going to get a timeout. Timeout. You got to make a free throw to win it. Oh, my goodness.
So a timeout is called by Coach Morin, trying to ice the kicker, so to speak.
Kuchukis with only his second basket, right? Kuchukis.
Yep. Got the step and then the finish off the window, despite getting hit from behind, and now a chance with 4.7 seconds remaining to put the Co-Brown Bears out in front after trailing most of this second half.
Whoa, man. Now, if he makes his free throw, obviously, they're going to get the ball back, but you can't really move the ball to half court like you see on TV in the NBA games. You got to take the ball out from the baseline, unless, of course, you pass it in, get it to across half court, then you can call timeout there. 4.7, though, you can get the ball all the way down the floor in 4.7 seconds. But
so here it is, Ryan Kuchukis, the 5'10 junior. A chance to put his team out in front. The entire gymnasium on their feet here at Oyster River.
Of his entire life right here.
The left-hander wasting little time, but he misses. Hurling the rebound. Long outlet, Hemmerdinger. Hemmerdinger to tie to win. And we are on our way to overtime. So Kuchukis couldn't bury the free throw. Pelham pushes for one final shot. Hemmerdinger off target, and we need an extra session to settle this one here in the semifinals.
Oh, man. A great rebound. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a look, but they had a little bit of time maybe to get a little bit better shot, but wow.
Hemmerdinger wanted the foul.
I think it's pretty lucky, though, that they get to overtime. I think Pelham they lost out. That should have been a Pelham ball in the corner. That play was clearly off of Co-Brown. And the last one underneath the basket after multiple replays, I think that was a good call. I think that should have stayed here with Co-Brown.
Yeah.
So that was actually a good call, even though it looked like it might have gone the other way.
And then a clutch play by Kuchukis to get the bucket, but could not hit the free throw. So we go to overtime with a state championship appearance on the line. Sunday, of course, we'll be down the road at the University of New Hampshire, also here in Durham, for a full day of championship affairs, both boys and girls, here on NFHSnetwork.com. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. This one tight throughout. Neither team held a lead larger than 4 points. And that stands up here as we enter the overtime session. They put 4 minutes on the clock. And again, the entire gymnasium on their feet.
That's just Co-Brown, is just a willingness to stay in it. That's a tough shot at the end, too. Just a really big, tough shot by Kuchukis, who'd only had one other basket. He played well.
Yep.
He's just not really been a scoring threat until then.
So here we go. Both teams will continue to shoot at the basket that they shot at in the second half.
There's the Pelham student section.
Tip won by Co-Brown. McCain picks up the dribble a little early. Gets it back, goes down the lane, and is stripped underneath the rim. Try to double pump that one. Good defensive effort there by Dumont, who got a piece. Well, that was Hemmerdinger. Got his left hand on it. And it comes to McQuaid. Kuchukis. Gonna shake off Hemmerdinger. Hands to Bagnell. Back to McQuaid. Leaner off the window is too strong. It's batted around and controlled by Travis as Pelham gets the stop that they want.
Good
4
rebound.
rebounds for Travis.
Yeah, good rebound, timely rebound. Now they can take their time, get a good shot this time.
The Bears fans chanting defense. Cole Brown in a man-to-man. Wide open, Hemmerdinger. Three-pointer up and in.
Don't leave Hemmerdinger open.
He's come alive
Don't you
since
do it.
halftime. 9 of his 11 since the break.
Don't leave him open.
3-point lead for Pelham. Inside of 3 minutes left here in overtime.
Yeah, he's proven to be a good shooter. He just hadn't had many opportunities tonight.
McCain inside out. Kachukas passes on a 3, goes inside, and then a foul is called as Salter
Oh, that
was
might
hit
be
the act.
Hurling. It is. That's it for Hurling. Oh, that is a terrible loss. If that's, no, maybe. I thought he has 4.
Oh, yeah, that's his 4th.
I thought he had 4 early. Okay,
He picked up his
all
3rd
right.
early in the 3rd quarter, but
That's
he's been okay since, but now really going to have to watch it. Meanwhile, free throw is no good for Salter. Now 2 for 5 at the stripe. 1 more for the right-hander, trying to make it a 2-point game. Free throw is good. 54-52. Coming up on 2.5 to go in overtime.
Got to take care of the basketball here. That costly turnover that kind of cause overtime from the out-of-bounds play. You just got to make sure you're careful. Take good care of it.
Hemmerdinger got the leaner. He's got 5 points here in this overtime.
Back-to-back buckets for Hemmerdinger.
His club leads by 4. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in OT. Bagnell is fouled.
That might be it for Hurling.
I think so. The senior knows it as he walks over to the bench after picking up his 5th foul on back-to-back defensive sequences.
Tough foul, but Hemmerdinger has picked up the slack. Hurling's kind of cooled off a little bit in terms of scoring here in the second half, so we need to make sure that James is active, right? Take the ball to the basket, try and get some free throws, easy baskets. You're up 4.
Tough to replace the floor general, though.
It is.
Villanueva has played well, especially on the defensive end, is going to come in here.
Well, now who's going to handle the ball for them, though? Who do you decide? Hemmerdinger? I'm going to give Hemmerdinger a chance to handle the ball. Maybe James, but
Or Villanueva.
yeah, he comes off the bench, kind of a young guy. I don't know. He hadn't played that much today. I'm not going to make him lead.
First of 2, up and in. Connor Bagnell. Hard to believe, but it's his first trip to the line tonight. He's got 15 points.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I looked down and I'm like, wait a minute. He hasn't shot a free throw yet. Don't foul him.
Inside of 2 minutes, 2-point game. Villanueva on the wing. Cole Brown sticking with that man-to-man.
There's no turnovers. Handle the ball. Keep moving without the ball. Don't stand.
Hemmerdinger. Villanueva. Pythons in no hurry here. 95 seconds remaining.
You're shooting free throws. Either way, if you get fouled, you're going to the free throw line. So you just got to be really strong with the ball. Don't get trapped. Don't turn it over.
Both teams up against the limit with 4 team fouls each.
And they seem to be content doing the same thing they did.
Towards the end of regulation,
Yeah,
they killed off over a minute on one of their final possessions. We're down to 1:10 here in OT. James gives up the dribble, helped out by Dumont. Now back to James, and now a timeout from Coach Morin.
You got to get a little bit more movement. You can't leave those guys in the hanging out up top all by themselves. You got to get movement, help them out. Don't run away from them. Help them out.
Reminder: after the game, we're going to try to flag down the winning head coach for a live interview. Stats, highlights, analysis, recap of the other semifinal, which was played earlier today between Hanover and Pembroke. And just a little bit of a sneak peek as well to Sunday's championship game. All that coming up as soon as this one concludes here. Whether that's overtime or double overtime.
Oh, no.
We have yet to find out.
Not a double overtime.
Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham, it's been fun. Great way to kick off the week. Tomorrow, we're down the road in Exeter for the Division I boys semifinals beginning at 5:30.
2 exciting games as well tomorrow.
Bedford against Nashua
games.
North, and then Pinkerton, the top seed, will take on Trinity. And then Saturday, as of now anyway, although that schedule subject to change, will be in Durham for the girls' Division I and II championships before the boys are slated on Sunday.
Yeah, so we get 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on that, away from the 4-game day, right? So now we go 2 and 2.
But that is not official just yet, so we'll have a little more news on that later in the week.
That
Meanwhile,
could change? What?
final minute, Pelham trying to protect a 2-point lead here in overtime. Villanueva is fouled. Kachuk is the second defender in the area, got a piece of the basketball, but also a piece of the wrist, according to the official.
Yeah, Villanueva, I mean, again, he's got the size of a ball handler, but what kind of experience does he have in this situation as well?
One of their better defenders and one of 7 seniors on this experienced roster. He's got a chance here to make it a 2-possession game with just over 50 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the ball has got to be in Hemmerdinger and James's hands for the majority of the possession.
Villanueva leaves it short. That may be the first shot of any kind he has taken tonight.
No, I think so.
That one's good.
That's a big free throw. Keeps it at least at the 3-point game, so a 2's not going to tie it. So now you just got to play good defense without fouling.
45 seconds. Bagnell.
Or again, here's another theory. You wait till it gets down and you foul and make them 2 free throws and then get the ball back and win the game. Right?
Bagnell gets rid of it. McCain into the lane. Wild shot. Ends up over the backboard.
Yep.
And it's ruled out of bounds.
And
it comes with 29 seconds remaining.
It can roll across the top, but it can't go over.
Veteran official Pat McCarthy all over that. So now Co-Brown down 3 without the basketball. They got a foul.
Oh, don't lob it. Don't lob it, you guys. Come on now.
Travis, James, clock ticking, down to 15 seconds, and there it is. As James is touched up by McCain.
Now you got to make these free throws. Every free throw is so important right now. Cole Brown has battled so hard today. Not over yet. They come down, get back, make sure you get Bagnell a shot. He's your 3-point shooter, right? If that's the situation you're in, get a quick shot.
James around the rim and out. He had been outstanding at the line tonight. 5 for 6, but his second miss comes at the wrong time for Pelham. However, he's got one more here. A chance to make it a 2-possession game with 15 seconds remaining. The senior knocks it down.
Good pressure shot.
4-point game. Final 10 seconds. Co-Brown's got to hurry. They turn it over. Stolen by Dumont. Taken back by McCain. Up ahead for Bagnell. Kachukis finds Matson for 2, and there's the timeout from Coach Smith, and it comes with exactly 2 seconds remaining.
Well, you know, Pelham had the game won. Had the game won right there. If you just get that after that turnover, hold the ball, don't turn it over, just keep it, dribble around for a second, game's over. Now you got to worry about taking the ball out of bounds and getting it in. Last time they took the ball out of bounds and they had a chance to win the game. What they do? Turned it over and end up in overtime. So who knows what can happen?
So the door is still open with 2 seconds even remaining. Been a fun one. Neither team able to break away. Largest lead either way, 4 points.
Yeah,
we have seen
very close.
Maybe a dozen lead changes as well over the course of this one. Of course, the winner gets Hanover Sunday in the championship.
Yeah, never out of reach. Like the game has never been out of reach either way. Just a good battle, tightly fought. The big guys for Cole Brown have played exceedingly well. And the guards have done a nice job just handling the ball, running the offense. They haven't really scored much. They played really good defense. been good passers, good facilitators. They've done their job. Now you just got to get the ball in. How about this, too? Don't get beat deep because you're going to have to set screen, go deep.
Travis, the inbounder. Into the corner. It's Hemmerdinger, who's mugged right away by Kuchukis.
Smart play. What'd they lose us?
They lost 0.8.
0.8.
So we're down to 1.2 remaining. And 2 free throws coming up for Hemmerdinger, who has been outstanding in this overtime.
Well, obviously, he makes these 2, it's over. But, this is even 1. 1, it still gives him a chance for a 3. So just got to hit these free throws. These are big. He's been really good in the second half as well.
He's had 5 points in this overtime period.
Yeah, he's second half overtime MVP. They lose now. 5th foul.
Yep, Kuchukis has fouled out. And you can see the junior is very upset.
Yeah, he played hard.
Hemmerdinger can't get it. And rattles in and out. One more for the senior, trying to make it a 3-point game. Again, just 1.2 seconds remaining.
Not a lot of time.
The right-hander knocks it down. Cole Brown looking for a miracle here, down 3. In it comes McCain from 3-quarter court, won't get it, and that will do it. Pelham survives in overtime.
Back in the final.
And they come away with a 59-56 victory, and will have a chance to defend their Division II title on Sunday in the state championship game against Hanover.
That was a heck of a game. You can't get overtime. You can't ask for much better than that in a semifinal game. What a battle.
Well, you and I have been waiting for a game like that really all season.
Yeah, I think we've had
we
a
saw
couple
one overtime affair,
close, but wow, that was.
But not a nail biter, not a back and forth affair like this one.
No, not like that. With turnovers and those little weird times when all of a sudden you tie the game up, that we haven't had anything like that.
So I guess we'll start with Cole Brown, a 14-4 regular season. Tournament wins as the 4 seed over Kingswood and Kennett. And then they give it all they had tonight. But ultimately fall 59-56 in overtime. Coach Morin, I think he's on his way over to us right now.
Ooh, he could be.
He's all smiles.
John Barron.
Yep. Our guy John Barron, our on-site engineer, is escorting him over to us. All right, so Coach is going to fight his way up here.
It's a battle. It's going to be a battle.
Yep. But he's already on his way, so here he comes. 59-56, the final in overtime. Pelham wins their 15th straight. And they knock off Cole Brown for the second time this season. Coach Warren, thanks for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
on a thrilling overtime victory, which I'm sure, Coach, you knew the whole time you guys are going to pull it out, right?
They find a way.
Yeah,
they always find a way.
That's exactly what happened here. It looked like in the early going, your defense was looking good. The offense took pretty good care of the basketball in the early stages. And you got production from the usual suspects, right? Dom Hurling, Hemmerdinger was big, especially in that overtime period. Zach James did his thing. What's it been like to coach this group that's really senior and experienced heavy?
I'm blessed. You know, I did my first year at JVs, and I had this. Obviously, I didn't have Zach and Dom with me then; they were on varsity. But you know, the rest of the group that you see out there, you know, so we have that familiarity with ourselves, and then just the last 2 years. I mean, I can only say I'm blessed. I mean, I walked into that, and you know, I don't know how else to put it. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, I'd say. And it seems like a special group here, as you alluded to, 7 seniors. A lot of those kids were big contributors last year as well.
Yes, they were. You know, I don't want to be the old guy here, but, you know, back in my day, you know, when you were playing varsity, that was mostly seniors and maybe a junior or two. And, you know, you just got to keep, you know, our JV program strong. We got those kids going. And, you know, it's the next guy up. You know, you may be playing in games like this, getting this experience, and then the next year, you know, it's your turn.
Yeah. Coach, who are some of the leaders especially tonight when things were tight, who are some of the guys that you can lean on this roster?
To be truthful with you, they all respect each other, and they all, it's not, Dom's, probably the most vocal. And, I mean, he competes like no one I've ever seen. Him and Zach, they just find that. And the bond that these guys have, I mean, there were times where Conor was stepping up, mostly defense. He'll say, hey, we need to do this. Logan steps up. And, they know what Peter's capable of. And so the entire night, they're going, come on, Peter, come on, because they know what you saw at the end of his explosiveness offensively. And, that's a plus for us because, when teams are going to go after Zach and Dom, Peter can step up like that. And, I think an underrated player for us is Adrian Villanueva because he comes in and he just D's it up.
Yeah.
He D's it up and, he can knock down some shots for us too.
So you had a very balanced scoring attack. Is that kind of what you guys usually have? 4 guys scoring double figures and, kind of those same guys sharing the load?
Yes and no. We usually have Dom and Zach obviously leading the way. And we've been very fortunate, when the teams did try to jump onto Zach and Dom. Logan Dumont had a couple of games where he led the team in scoring. He's just a tenacious worker on the boards. Peter had a game like that. So generally, Zach and Dom will probably put in 15 to 20. And, we look to get maybe 2 guys up around that 8 or 10 mark. So to answer your question, when we get that, it makes us go.
It's a plus. So that's one of your closer games this year, right? You've had some games where you've been able to get big leads and kind of, work through some stuff. But this is one of your closer games of the year, right? I mean, how do you like their response? What do you think?
It's funny. I kind of feel like Casey Jones when he had the old Celtics that just roll the ball out there. I mean, it really, we have our offensive action, shall we say? I mean, everybody says, it's like, doesn't look like you're running an offense. I mean, we kind of run actions off each other, and they get that going. And I think what that does is that gives guys opportunities to make plays other than, Zach and Dom when they're out there.
Coach, how do you approach the next 4 or 5 days leading up to Sunday?
Well, I got to see. I believe NHIAA says we got to take a day off. So if we do, we'll probably take tomorrow off, and then we'll come back 3 days and get ready. I think it was Hanover won the first game.
Yes.
I mean, I know all my guys were there, but I was too worried. They're giving me updates, and it's like I got a game in front of me. I got to knock down first.
Right. That was a battle too. That was a battle.
Yes.
How do you prepare for Hanover when you haven't seen them in 2 years?
I'm excited. I'm really excited because early in the season, Plymouth got out to that great start, and hats off to Ben Cronin and his team. They kind of took the light, and then, then all of a sudden everybody started noticing what Hanover was doing. They're like, oh, that Hanover's team pretty solid. Then Sauhegan won on their run,
right?
And we just kept stacking up wins and playing, doing what we do, and this was our destination. We said, the championship game. It doesn't matter, what we do in between. We get to the playoffs, and then we work it from there.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Going forward. Good
Appreciate
job.
that. Outstanding stuff there from Joe Morin Sr. as Pelham gets it done in overtime, 59 to 56 over Cole Brown, one of the better tournament games we've seen in a while here in Division II.
Just tight. We had back-to-back games that were a bit of a battle, and this one, even with the overtime, he says now he's telling us about players that have stepped up that, normally they have 2 guys that lead them in scoring. Today, where they have other players stepped up, made timely baskets, got steals, played good defense, plus you have a veteran team that's won a championship. Very hard to beat going forward.
Yeah. Some final numbers. First for Pelham, team high 17 for Zach James. Most of that damage came at the line, where he went 6 of 8. 14 points for Peter Hemmerdinger, 12 of those after halftime, 5 of those in the overtime session. And Dom Hurling, 13 points, 9 in the first half before his night was cut short when he fouled out late in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Cole Brown, a balanced effort, 17 apiece from senior Quinn Slater and junior Jack Matson. Matson tacked on 6 rebounds at team high. And Connor Bagnell, 10 of his 16 coming in the first half. So it'll be Pelham and Hanover for the 2024 Division II championship on Sunday at UNH. That game time is yet to be announced. Justin, your final thoughts.
We saw two really good games today. All four well-coached teams, different styles of playing each way. We saw a Hanover team that was extremely talented defensively, communicating, talking. We saw a Pelham team that is usually an offensive juggernaut be somewhat contained by a Cole Brown team that played really good defense and had an inside game, which you don't see much of. So now we're going to see, Hanover has a bit of an inside game with their big guy inside. Cole Brown didn't get a chance to play him, but that same inside presence that we saw tonight with Cole Brown, we're going to see with Hanover against Pelham. That's going to be an interesting matchup, I think, between those two. A team that started out 0-11 last year.
Right.
And all of a sudden this year they're in the finals. That's
they've won 18
incredible.
in a row.
That's incredible.
It really is.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a fun one for sure. Reminder, tomorrow night we're on the air 5:30 in Exeter for the Division I boys semifinals. Bedford and North at 5:30. Pinkerton and Trinity at 7:30. The only place you can watch that live is on NFHSnetwork.com. Want to thank Oyster River Athletic Director Andy Lathrop for working with us throughout the week to get this thing set up, and of course his lieutenants on the ground, Kelly Lacoste and Rob Quiglieri. Appreciate the work. And of course John Barron, our on-site engineer, getting here early to spearhead the setup. Appreciate John as usual. And the visuals from way up here at the top of the bleachers provided by the great Cat Doyle.
Catmandu.
Who has done a fantastic job all season long. That same crew will be back in action tomorrow night. Of course, the whole thing orchestrated by the man behind the curtain, the wizard of replay, our own Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. And the whole thing overseen by the big man in the big chair, executive producer Steve Beals. His final night in Florida before he joins us tomorrow here in the Shire.
Some
So
cool,
we look forward to that.
refreshing air here in the Shire
as well.
with Bilbo Baggins and the rest of us.
59-56 is the final score of the final time in overtime here in Durham. For my partner, Justin Gorham, my name is Nick Anastas saying so long. This has been a presentation of the 2024 NHIAA Division II Boys Basketball Semifinals. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasted in conjunction with the NFHS Network.